Hello everyone, this is auction day here at the flea market. Now if you look around, you'll see all kinds of snow this morning. Well, they don't come and clean out the lot that much. It's only been done twice this year. So I'm going to walk out into the snow here a little bit, and I'm going to turn around. Sorry, I'm a little jiggly, but there's the motorhome. Now, if you notice, we're sort of backed in beside a couple trucks that aren't moving. And maybe you can notice on the truck right next to us, I have the internet satellite receiver up on top there. Now, I'd like to show you some of the things. Yeah, this RV living in the wintertime is kind of not very good. Let me back a little further. It's tough. It has its own set of stresses. Yeah, one, we've got to dig out where we're at if we have to leave, which we have to leave every few days. Like twice a week we have to go and get propane. They're not the most efficient vehicle. And so what happens is in the wintertime, it uses an awful lot of propane. We'll get to the propane tank in a minute. I just have to walk around to the side of the building, or the side of the motorhome. So I'm going to put it on pause here. Well, here it is. There's our propane tank. It has here a special end to fill it. And most places that have filled your barbecue tanks does not have that particular fitting on their hose. As you can see, we're down just about to a quarter tank. So that means tomorrow we have to go and get propane. We got propane on Monday and it's down 3/4 of a tank. Lots of fun. Now I'm going to take you to the next problem as a full-time RVer in winter, and that is I don't know if we can see in there, but we have to have a heater down here to make sure that our pipes are that are going into the pump there do not freeze. Something you don't think of. And there's our sewage. That pumps out or drains our black tank and our gray tank. I want you to think on that for a sec. Here we are, we have these two things, and most places do not have. They're just going to unplug that for a sec, because I can't have that on. And up here is where we put in our water. Now that's good, but it's harder to get water in the wintertime. Most people close off their outdoor water to make sure nothing freezes. It makes it a lot tougher on us. And every time we move, we have to clean the snow off the back, otherwise we're in danger on the road. So anyway, I'm going to stop this for a second. We're going to go around to the other side of the motorhome again. You don't need to see me trudging through the snow. I'll just move over here. You see the cracks. That's a real pain, but it is kind of sheltered in here. It keeps it a little warmer. But you'll see on the side of the coach, there's ice. Now that presents its own set of problems, because it'll drip down on my doors and stop you from opening up these doors. So that's always a challenge to see if it's going to work or not, the door. Otherwise we have to get hot water, and lots of issues that can happen with that. Anyway, until I get around to the other side. Hi, you're recording again. If you look up on the top of the motorhome, you can't see our solar collectors. They're covered in snow. So what that means is I'm not getting any extra electricity coming down to charge the coach batteries. And if we were not plugged into shore line or a big extension cord, then our batteries would die very quickly. In fact, there's a lot of snow up on the roof there. It's not nice. I gotta try and do something up there, whether it's take a big broom and get up there or something. But that's one of the other fun things about a motorhome. You have to worry. Now, we have the line from the satellite antenna. We have that going through the window. Oh yeah, the window has to be open. The width of the cable it's going through. So we've got a towel stuck in there to keep some of the draft out. And wintertime, we also have to close it up as much as we can to keep it halfway livable inside. You see, the curtains are all pulled on the front, and all of the curtains on the side and that are all covered to keep a little bit of heat in there. And right now the furnace just cut in again, I see. So I'm going to move over to the step. Now, you notice that we did not have the slide open on the other side. The reason that is it's a mechanical thing. There's a motor under there that has to move the weight of the slide. Winter will freeze things up and cause other problems, and if we couldn't get the slide to move in, then we got real problems. Makes our machine way too wide, and we can't drive it anywhere. So now, if you look at the step, I'm going to see if I can zoom into the step. There it is. It doesn't come out. There's a part, the motor, for one thing, is froze up so it doesn't move anymore. And there's a part that's broke on here that the cold did that. So I have to use a little stepping stool so that I can get into the motorhome. You know, these are things that you do not think of. And here's another one, a simple thing, but you don't think of. Our extension cord on the other side of the motorhome has to come around, has to go all the way across, and it's going all the way across to the back of this building. And that extension cord is a 100-foot extension cord. Oh yeah, but I couldn't get a cheap one because it wouldn't handle the 15 amp that we need to run the motorhome inside, because it has to run the furnace. It doesn't, because if we didn't have the line or the landline, what would happen is the furnace, to make it run, would run on the batteries, the coach batteries. Well, if it's running on the coach batteries, then we have a whole new problem arising. Yeah. It would kill the batteries, and then we would have no power in the coach at all. So no power, no heat, no water. There's so many issues that happen with a motorhome that we all take for granted in our homes. Yeah, I know. I wish it wasn't that way, but that's the way of the world. So when people say, oh, you're living the life, they think of being able to pack up and move to another location. Well, that's true. You can do this. The problem is that there's the little things that allow you to function more or less like a house in that indoor plumbing and water and that. We don't have hot water. Our furnace or hot water heater does not work. There's issues that we could fix that, get that fixed, and then we'd be able to go. But there's other problems that don't make it as convenient as it sounds. So anyway, I am going to go in the house. I have to let Bree out, and that's another issue that when you're in a motorhome, you have to let the dog out all the time. You can't let her open the door and let her run in the backyard. It's all fenced to protect her. Out here, I have to go out with her all the time because the gate at the front is wide open, and she could go out and get hurt on the highway that's out here. So I don't know. You got to be so careful. At least we do if you got pets and you're driving around in a motorhome with a pet. And let's face it, pets are really nice to have as companions in here. Anyway, that's it for today. The joys of living in a motorhome in the winter time. This is February the 13th. It's a Thursday. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So, can hardly wait. I've made a special thing on the 3D printer for June. It's got a nice saying on it. I love you to the moon and back. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit of a romantic, but so what? It makes life good, and it tells her how I feel about her. And everyone needs to know about that. Yeah, your partner should always know how you're feeling, and it's not just words, it's actions too. Anyway, for that, I'm going to close down, and you'll say, thank goodness, he's such a windy old guy. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you again.